Good morning. These are your Nassau Guardian highlights for Tuesday, March 10th, 2026. Brought to you by Your Daily Bahamas Headlines, especially for people on the go and those who are visually impaired. Leading the news today, Prime Minister Philip Davis says the Grand Bahama Port Authority may be building a legal defense to argue that it cannot meet potential financial obligations to the government following the recent arbitration ruling. Speaking at a town hall meeting in Freeport, Davis said the Port Authority could claim it does not have the funds to pay liabilities connected to the dispute. The town hall meeting, held at the Belinda M. Wilson Center, drew both PLP and FNM supporters and at times became heated, with opposition leader Michael Pintard and East Grand Bahama MP Kwasi Thompson being booed by sections of the crowd. The meeting was organized to discuss the arbitration ruling between the government and the Port Authority. The tribunal dismissed the government's $357 million reimbursement claim, but also rejected most of the Port Authority's counterclaims and affirmed that the government has authority to pursue payments through annual reviews under the Hawksbill Creek Agreement. The Prime Minister said his administration attempted negotiations and even offered to buy out the Port Authority before moving to arbitration, but the offer was rejected. Also making news today, biometric voter cards are now being issued to voters in parts of the country. Parliamentary Commissioner Harrison Thompson says distribution has begun in West Grand Bahama and in several New Providence constituencies, including Carmichael, Killarney, and St. James. Officials say the cards use geospatial technology to help ensure voters are registered in the correct constituencies and expect the cards will soon begin to be printed locally. At the Bahamas Technical and Vocational Institute, faculty members say their efforts to pursue additional education and certifications are not being recognized. The Union of Tertiary Educators of the Bahamas says some instructors completed accredited programs but were told the qualifications were not recognized by the National Accreditation and Equivalency Council of the Bahamas. Union leaders say the situation could discourage professional development among educators. Meanwhile, the Bahamas Petroleum Dealers Association says Bahamians should not expect fuel shortages despite tensions in the Middle East involving Iran. However, officials say the conflict could push gasoline prices up by between 10 and 25 cents per gallon. In crime news, a man has pleaded guilty to the rape and murder of 72-year-old Vernancia Butler during a drug-fueled attack in New Providence in 2024. The accused admitted strangling the woman and will return to court in May for sentencing. In another case, a Jamaican visitor has been remanded to prison after police allegedly found him with cocaine, an unlicensed firearm, and ammunition. Police have also charged a man accused of attempting to rob a liquor store on Robinson Road. Employees and customers reportedly blocked the exit with a vehicle, trapping the suspect inside until police arrived and arrested him. In another developing story, National Security Minister Wayne Monroe says an investigation is underway after a corrections officer shot and killed a dog during an incident involving police canine units. The incident, which was captured on video, has sparked public debate and calls from animal rights activists for stronger enforcement of the Animal Protection and Control Act. In other national news, students from the Youth Empowerment Program recently met with opposition leader Michael Pintard to discuss national issues affecting young Bahamians and the importance of youth involvement in leadership and civic life. Turning to the editorial, The Guardian says Caribbean nations must carefully balance humanitarian support for Cuba while also protecting their own legal and national interests. The paper notes that Cuba's economic challenges could have regional consequences, including migration pressures, and urges thoughtful diplomacy as the situation evolves. In letters to the editor, one writer reflects on International Women's Day and calls for stronger unity and support among women beyond symbolic celebrations. Another letter criticizes the government's characterization of the arbitration ruling involving the Grand Bahama Port Authority, arguing that the government's financial claim was dismissed and should not be portrayed as a clear victory. And those are your Nassau Guardian highlights for this Tuesday. For the full stories and many more, be sure to purchase a copy of today's Nassau Guardian or visit their website to read the complete edition. As we close, remember this: staying informed helps us make wiser decisions and strengthens our nation. Enjoy your day, be blessed, and be a blessing.